What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tevi and this is Invest with TCLAWS. So this video is my intro video to YouTube. It's kind of funny considering I posted a couple of videos already, but hey, it's never too late to post a proper intro video. My intent is to provide you with a clear picture of what you can expect on this channel. I know that your time is precious, and therefore I want to ensure that you know what you can expect and decide whether or not this is a channel that you want to follow. Okay, so let's start with why did I create the channel? Earlier this year, I found out that I was an OAW. UAW, if that doesn't make sense to you, go watch the video on the billionaire mindset. I'll link it in the description below. After that, it will make complete sense to you. But essentially, it was to address the fact that, that the gap between the wealthy and essentially everybody else has grown tremendously this year. A big part of that is because of the stock market and the fact that they're invested and generating passive income. At this point, I realized that if they can do it, so can I. So really all I need to do is knowledge up, and that's exactly what I did. And so I used my $600 stimulus check. I deposited it into my Robinhood account, which I dusted up. I applied the 7 principles that I discuss again in my billionaire mindset video. And this was in May of this year. Fast forward a few months later, October rolls around, and to my surprise,
it's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right! Can it? I think it's right.
Oh, that's good. I've been wanting to use that clip for the longest time, so it is what it is. Let's get back to it. Since then, the returns have continued growing exponentially. I have 4 stocks to credit for this. More on those later in the intro here. But really what I realized is that winning by yourself is not as fun. Obviously, I told my family, some of my close friends about what I was doing, how I was doing it. I wanted to find a way to reach more people, as well as getting rid of some of the misconception around the stock market, the fact that it's a scary place. And I think that like with everything else, if you have the right mindset and you have the right information, then you can use that to infer, deduct, and project in order to make better decisions. So I want to make clear that I am not a financial advisor. Everything that I will be sharing on this channel is my thoughts based on the research that I've conducted. And again, if I can do it, I believe that you can too. And the goal here is to bring awareness to the opportunities that the stock market brings and allow you to unlock the full potential of your portfolio as you move forward. And maybe one of the best quotes that I've heard this year is by Bailey Gifford, the investing firm. And what they say, quote, is, real investors think in decade, not in quarters. And part of the big premise behind this channel is to really think like an investor, to get rid of that short-term mindset, trying to get the quick gains, but really focus on where you're going over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, and really see if there's a way for you to maximize your gain in a fairly safe way and take some of the guessing work out of it. So number 2, what can you expect from this channel? So let me tell you right now, this is not going to be one of those channels that's buy these 3 stocks right now for 5 times your money in 3 weeks. It's definitely not going to have any of that flavor. Or market crash coming, do this right now. We're not going to have any of that as well. I think there's plenty of those channels on YouTube already. They serve their purpose, and some people are pretty good at that stuff. That is not what I'm going to be going after or talking about. The focus here is going to be to build generational wealth. There's many ways to go about investing and growing your portfolio. I will talk specifically about the way that I have identified that I believe works and has been working so far for me. And so there's a couple of movements, or call them revolutions, that are currently happening, whether you're realizing it or not. And that is the electrification of transportation and the commercialization of space. Both of those sectors are set to see a tremendous amount of growth in the next 5 to 10 years. And we'll discuss that in much more detail in upcoming videos. But right now, just think about this. I'm sure that if you've been paying attention and looking around you, you've noticed more electric cars driving around. You've probably seen electric chargers popping up at your local grocery store, maybe even your workplace, potentially some gas stations here and there. But they're popping up everywhere. And when you think about the commercialization of space, you have no doubt heard about SpaceX taking 2-man mission to the International Space Station. You've heard about Jeff Bezos and his Blue Origin program, and you've likely, or maybe not, have heard about the next company that we're going to be talking about here. The point being that with every new technology lies an opportunity as an investor. If you're able to get in early enough, which I believe right now is a great time to still get in on these opportunities, you will be able to capitalize, ride that wave all the way up, and experience some massive gains. So as I mentioned earlier, there's 4 stocks that make up the cornerstone of my portfolio. These are the 4 stocks that the channel will focus on. For 2020, and this is the returns that they've achieved so far this year. Again, there's no guarantee that next year or the year later you'll see the same growth, though I personally believe that you will to some extent. And I'll explain why, again, as I cover each one individually in subsequent videos. The first one, obviously, is Tesla. Tesla this year has achieved an 800% return. The next one is NIO with 1,600% returns. The next one is ChargePoint at 300% return. And finally, Virgin Galactic at 256% returns. Now, to put this into perspective, the SP 500 this year has returned 17%. So huge, huge difference, massive opportunity. And I believe that these 4 stocks over the next 10 years can and will, if you invest the right amount, you will be able to reach that $1 million mark. So now for the third topic, which is logistics and upload frequency, here's what you can expect from me and the channel. So because I do work a full time, and frankly, these videos take a lot more time than I thought they would, I started this not knowing how to edit. And so far, I mean, I'm sure you guys are probably thinking, well, yeah, we can tell that you don't know how to edit. It's clear as we watch the videos. I will get better over time, and obviously as I get better equipment and everything else and level up my skills, this will get smoother and flow a little bit better. But for now, bear with me. We'll get there together. I appreciate you. So what I will commit to in the short term is 1 video per week. It will get uploaded every Sunday. Topics for that video are going to be either news on the stocks that we've mentioned, so Tesla, NIO, ChargePoint, and Virgin Galactic. I'll have some flavor around what's going on with those stocks specifically. It might be one or it might be all 4. We'll just see how it plays out. I'm also going to focus on just tips and tricks, how-tos around being successful as an investor. Obviously, as I get more comfortable, I'll be able to create more content a little bit faster as the efficiency goes up. And again, my skills level up. So right now, 1 video per week, that's what I'll commit to. And if the frequency changes, I'll be sure to let you know so that you're able to keep up with and not miss out any content that comes out. Now's probably a good time to recommend that you do subscribe and click that notification bell so that you don't miss any future content. In addition to the stock information itself, I think in order to hold myself accountable, provide you with some level of transparency on how well what I'm preaching is working, I will be providing you in each video every week with the percentage gain or loss for that week. I think that's a good way, again, to just show a little bit of accountability. And that weekly update is only going to have the, again, percentage gain or loss. Additionally, I've linked my Robinhood account referral link in the description. If you use the referral link, you'll get a free stock, and I will shout you out in upcoming videos. Now, for the fun of it, I figured it'd be fun. Most companies and businesses that are publicly traded will report their earnings every 3 months, every quarter, essentially. So I thought I probably should do the same. So every 3 months, what I will do, I will show you not only the percentage gain, but also the dollar amount that goes with it. And I know that some of you who are math savvy will be able to use that and kind of get a glimpse into potentially how much is in the account. It's not that much right now, right? I mean, I told you I started with $600. I've grown it since then to bigger heights. But I figured that that's a good way to show progression and provide some level of transparency to you, the viewer. And then finally, as a stretch goal, and maybe to incentivize you guys a little bit, and tickle your curiosity bug, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, that's when I will reveal my full portfolio, how much is in there, how much I've made. Now I realize that this may take some years. It might happen next year. It may take 3 years. I don't know. We'll see. But it makes it a fun goal for me to stay committed to providing you with valuable content. So obviously more people join, and we can all learn together and grow together, and ideally help close that wealth gap that we've talked about earlier. Okay, so this will do it for this video. Share and subscribe with anybody that you believe would benefit from this type of content. It does feel a little bit weird for me to put myself out there like this, but as I said, really the goal here is not just for me to win, but also to bring others along. I believe that the stock market represents a huge opportunity. Again, I've said in previous videos that I've been investing for some years now, right? But more in a passive manner, where I was going through institutions, I have a retirement account and things like that. But in order for you to really supercharge your gains and reach higher heights in a more efficient way, in a quicker way, taking an active role in investing truly is the way to go. And that's truly what I believe. Again, not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. But there's no doubt in my mind that in 3 or 5 years from now, I am no longer going to be at that UA status. I will be at least an A or a PA. And again, if that made no sense to you, I highly recommend that you go and watch my video on the billionaire mindset and the top 7 principles used by the best of them. I will link that video in the description here. Go check it out. If my experience can motivate you, help you get started, and ultimately help you achieve gains beyond what you thought was possible, then this was all worth it. Till then, stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.